Delicious. I might do that. It wiped out what I did. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe I'm gonna need my empathy. God, right, I've done it again. Oh, there, look, she stood in front of the thing now. Before, she was like stuck inside it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
We don't even have a raincoat yet. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
You could have brought me one.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Alright, oh, good, good. Right. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Okay. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
20 billion is a lot.
A billion?
What you doing, encyclopedia? A billion? I'm gonna keep trying to throw her off. What exactly is a billion?
It's a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made of?
It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
1 billion is 1,000 millions. 10, oh yeah. 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. Ah. I don't know why I'd never thought of it as 1,000 millions, but yeah. I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time.
And to think, there are years when the group books losses in the billions. Wild Pines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. It is a tremendous responsibility.
But is that profit? Oh no, booked in revenue. Okay. So where do you get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samoan and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
Crafty, are you hearing this? This is how Wild Pine started. This is exactly what we were doing yesterday in Sea of Thieves. We were conducting trade over the high seas. We are gonna be 20 billionaires soon enough.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this? Maybe like the space?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
Yeah, the workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district.
Oh, that's too calm for her.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
Yeah, but weren't they supposed to be getting new street lamps?
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees.
Okay. The high seas. Are we talking about C4s or C5s?
A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Can you imagine living on a group of islands and just sailing across on your own? Like, and it was just a normal thing that you do? Because, like, that's quite scary, no? But also that's really cool. Like, that would be a cool way of life. Right. What can you tell me about this strike? Yeah, it's terrible. What's terrible, the sailing?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Right up to, but not including. Okay. What if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
I mean, I would say I wouldn't want to disturb an octopus, but... How do I repeal it then?
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol.
I mean, I understand it's impossible. I got that at first. I'm just trolling you, lady.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
And not having a stable civilization around you. Yeah. I suppose... I don't know what I was thinking, but like... I guess I'm thinking... Actually, no, because what I'm thinking wouldn't even work. I feel like it would be dangerous, sailing. Like... But then also... Because then I was thinking, but it would be safe because people would be watching. But then if there was enough people for that, that would be more civilization. And it wouldn't be as quiet. So it wouldn't be as peaceful as I'm imagining it.
Did someone say shooting yourself in the foot?
Pain thresholds, like, do it.
I imagine a man like you can take quite the lashing. But I believe we were talking about the strike.
Okay. What is your role?
I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay, I suppose, yeah, because they don't have video chat like we do.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Right.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
You mean Jean-Luc, my race mentor? He's a great teacher. Oh no. Oh no. Can this be sarcastic? You thinking of the difficult things, but also the small things. Like, you want chocolate, you grab your coat and get some. Out there, well, unlucky. That is true, yeah. I did, but I didn't mean to. I was just trying to get him to stop talking. I just wanted to get past him. We had a very long conversation where he was just talking at me, and I was like, please stop. And then he hurt my hand. Unfollow. I was trying to manipulate him, but it didn't work. I wish I was sub so that I could unsubscribe. Oh no. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not gonna say that because I think it would take it serious, whereas I just want to say it as a joke. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Sassy.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Are you just living in your little boat?
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Okay, so there seems to be some history here. So the union guy wouldn't talk to the previous negotiator, so then she came over in February, 2 months after the strike started. Just kidding, it happens. Not everyone is as thick-headed as you are to fail a role again until they do the thing. I mean, I tried to punch him, I think. Well, I must have, because, yeah, he grabbed my hand and hurt it. And then I thought I was gonna die, so I stopped. But, yeah, I thought that was gonna be my easy way in. It's not. I'd rather try and jump over the frickin' wall.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Alright, so what are their demands? I'm curious.
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
That's communism, right? Am I right there? Yeah, the way is to jump the wall. That's what you tried a few times. But you can get it in with subscribing to his worldviews. It seemed really difficult, like, oh no, yeah, I had to think about it and I didn't want to. I could do it. I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Okay. So the people here want all of the decisions of the company to go through them, even if it's not necessarily something that's going to affect here. I'll try and throw her off. That's pretty funny, I have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
So they're not even negotiating, like, not negotiating, but, well, I think it's negotiating, isn't it? Like, chatting, trying to come to an agreement.
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
So what does mañana actually mean? Mañana. I feel like I know the word.
This checks out.
Well, I know who they're talking about. The guy up the stairs. It might mean tomorrow. Yeah, that makes sense. It's Spanish, isn't it? I think it might have been on Duolingo. It means tomorrow, so he's saying call me tomorrow. Well, that's his name. Yeah, and that makes sense. Advertises his aversion to work. You can't type. Don't worry about it. So what happened to the previous negotiator?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
Oh god.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Oh. Wow. Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a
Jesus.
negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
I mean, it depends what his side thought of how fair it was, you know? Because just because you're saying he was fair and treated them well or whatever, maybe you don't know what happened, but also... this speaks to me. Okay. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Yeah.
If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
That sounds like a yeah to me. Like, that's basically her saying yes without saying the word yes.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Yeah, exactly. Right, tell me about the boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not.
Oh.
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Oh, so Everett and Edgar are twin brothers, okay. And the trouble is, union's supposed to be a good thing, right? It's supposed to look after the workers. So having a disgustingly corrupt man leading it is very bad. Like, it really makes it difficult to be like, to be on one side or the other. There are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Oh.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
And yet, the Harney boys, or whatever they were called, like, follow him and do his dirty work. Oh, but they'll probably get paid more for doing that, right? Right, what about the union itself outside of the brothers?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Claire came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Okay. Wait, so it was known all along that this is a crime syndicate? Did I know that?
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
Is it a socialist mob? I don't really know. Because I do agree on having a union, but not like that. But I'm not entirely... Socialist is for the people, right? But that's not for the people, it's for themselves. But it is a mob, but... I'll say it and see. Maybe I'll gain some favour with her.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've been demanding more and more. One more thing, you said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Ooh.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Ooh. When it says some kind of extortion, does it mean that the brothers did? I'll just say eerie because I don't know what that means. What that one means exactly.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter.
It does sound very suspicious.
The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Uh-oh. Don't you touch my Kim.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
If they touch Kim, it's not happening. Alright. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course.
So now we're going to talk
How
about
else
the
can I help?
lynching. But also, so the guy that got lynched, they accused of being hired by Wild Pines, these guys, as in, like, assassin enforcer person, to try and threaten them into backing down. And he was like a scum of a person. So both sides are in the wrong. Like, what can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Oh, go on then.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
I am Lieutenant Harry.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, I wonder...
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Uh-oh, is this gonna fuck us over? Remember when I told you I literally cannot remember even the most basic facts about reality?
How can I forget?
One of those facts is where my badge is. Another is my name.
I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique.
I wish it were.
I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential
Damn it.
information until I've seen both your badges.
Oh, I need to find my badge.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am, but is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
Look how the tables have turned. Remember when we were asking to see our boat license?
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Oh, suggestion. This is a red check. What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort.
How dirty?
Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
That's some negotiation.
Perhaps she even knew beforehand of your affliction. A sudden pinch of paranoia comes over you.
Paranoia? Okay, it's gone higher. It's gone higher. So the thing is, right, if this check goes, it might not be a good thing. If we fail it, I think we should do it, because if we fail it, we just need to find our badge. But I'm a bit nervous what kind of deal we're gonna make if we pass it. You can hear Odd saying, let's flip the coin, and we all know how that ends. Oh god. We always hit the 70s. What could possibly go wrong? I always win the 28% chance of losing. Let's do it.
Feelings will guide the way.
Ah dear. Okay. Oh. But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much else. I have only this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Oh, is she gonna give us some money? This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
No! Stop! Stop! I don't remember anything except this lynching. There is only this coast and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
Oh yeah. What would you like then?
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez.
Okay, that makes
Surely
sense.
it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Hell yeah, I want to look into that.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Don't underestimate me. The badge has got to be somewhere.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Oh god, he's going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Excuse us for a moment, madam. Yes, Kim?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh. I mean, you didn't specify that, Kim. You need to be more specific. I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser.
Damn it.
Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Oh, we suck. Worst cops ever. The thing is, yeah, I don't want to do that for her. I just want to do it because it sounds good. You were putting off doing any favors for the longest time, were ya? See, for this one, I don't want to do it as a favor to her. I'm just like, yeah, let's bust him. We could just, you know, find my badge. We could. Wait. So what do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Yeah, I agree. Her proposal was likely part of her design.
Yes.
This all is.
Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
Yeah. Okay. We could find our badge.
Oh,
My
that would
badge.
be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
I'm looking everywhere I'm going. It could be in my coat pocket.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
That's true.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Well, that's no good. So we're just gonna play her a little bit.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's ask this first.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Fair enough. Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
I do not understand that sentence. Okay. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw
Terminal B?
ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
So this is something the workers are doing.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
I was gonna say, well then can Wild Pines not just shut that shit down? But no, they can't because everyone's gone on strike anyway.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
So let me get this straight. Materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
North of here, okay.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Okay, so they're just transporting it as far as they know. You've already been here for an hour, you have to go. Alright, Sassy, have a good day. Thank you for being here. And maybe I'll see you later, if I'm still going. Bye! And you want us to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Who are you thinking? The Hardy brothers?
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Oh. Am I gonna need bolt cutters for this? No, the lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they
This
reach
is our
Jamrock,
eighth
they're
person.
distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
That's gotta be the 8th person who did the killing. The driver that transports the drugs.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Ooh, are we gonna
Interview the
search them all?
drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
One of them was waiting for apples. That was suspicious.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
It's gotta be the man, right? Forgotten his name. Stan the man or something. Is that why they've sent the scabs to the thing to cause the whole traffic jam? Maybe?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
And that's tomorrow, right? Wednesday.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
What is that?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
Ah.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, I'm in. Like, I like this. This is a cool... We're gonna bust some drug operation shit. We already... Oh, do we want to tell her that? What proof you... No, let's... Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Yeah, but that's the pissing contest.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Oh, we got this. We're gonna be legends. What proof do you have the union is involved, though?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
That does go into what you were saying earlier about how are they affording this?
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Oh.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So... That sounds illegal, though. Like, I don't understand. They went around taking money from all the local businesses so that they could use their money to live. That sounds very illegal. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. Then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Right. Maybe the grandma. We need to get the grandma to talk to us. We already have... Yeah, we'll tell her. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the
The
lynching.
two might even be connected.
That's what I thought.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
So what's the job we're actually doing? Figuring out who it was? You can't give us the evidence after we've figured out who it was. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
Hell yeah. We will take this case, probe the drivers, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
We got this. Oh, we're gonna have to talk to racist guy again.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Okay, the drawbridge is a different bridge to the one that... over the canal.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay. We could do that
More
check.
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Are we becoming friends, Joyce? Conceptualization. I feel like this was something we're missing here. We can try this. It's gonna, well, I'm saying it's gonna lose. It should win because we lost the 72%.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Alright, we tried. We tried.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Joyce, you have been wonderful. Thank you for your help. I didn't like you, and then I did. So, there we go. Let's now... We have to go in... right, so it's 2 p.m. We need to do the apartments, but we... Now, there's other things I want to do too. Oh, that's smoke coming out the chimney. I would like to go and talk to the drivers, and I would also like to go back to the Whirling to check if we can look out that window, yeah? Because I don't know what time of day we're supposed to be looking out of that window and what we're actually looking for. Equip a flashlight in low light areas. So we don't actually need to be carrying our flashlight around the whole time. Wonder if we carry something and talk to him, if he'll have a different conversation. I also want to know how to get on the roof. What was that? Oh, window. Forgot what I was doing.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
Right.
The hawthorn bright.
It's not time yet. There was another thing I wanted to try here. We've got the pry bar in our hand. I don't remember if I did this before.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent.
We cannot force that open. Just that's the only way I can think that will get us to the roof. Although the girl was up on the top, so... Is there a way up from outside? No, it's definitely from inside, because you see the door on the rooftop. I'm just trying to check if I'm missing a door or anything. So we are in the upper floor of downstairs. Obviously.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing.
I'm just
The
checking.
lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
I'm just checking because...
You should punch a fucking hole in it.
No.
The murmur in your ears recedes slowly. Your breathing normalizes.
Calm, half-light,
That's
calm.
one lucky door.
Calm, cool, collected. No, okay. So we can't... Oh, what's this? Oh, he's coming in. Don't come in our room, Kim. Kim tries to not to look at your broken down bathroom door. What was the other key that we got? Oh, for the apartment building, that's right. And I mean, we've been out onto the balcony many times and there's nowhere we can go from here. Let's just double check. Oh, the roof's up there. The lady's up there too. I wonder if we can talk to her from here. No. Just, yeah, look, how'd you get up there? Can you tell me, please? Like, the door's over here. Do you have a door to the roof in your room? So, the This is getting us nowhere. What happens? Okay, no. Right, I am happy to conclude it's not in here. Time to break down some more doors. I would love to, Crafty. You'll get there eventually. Cool, cool, cool. As long as I'm not missing something, then I'm happy with that. So, now that I've done that, let's go back out and... what's I gonna do? Talk to the drivers. I think that's what I want to do first. While it's fresh on my mind. Oh, sorry, Roz. Oh, Roz is asleep on the desk and I've just kneed the bottom of the desk by accident and she like jumped. Okay. And I'm guessing there's no way from outside. No. I was like, is this one of those window cleaning lifts? You.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Oh, so on to Sea of Thieves. So you remember Chicken Isle? I think I have figured out where it got its name from. Why is Chicken Isle called Chicken Isle, Crafty? Is it shaped like a chicken? Or does it have chickens? You put a picture. Oh, you put a picture in Discord. Okay, I'll have a quick look. I don't see it. Like a dead chicken? Like a chicken drumstick? Is it a chicken drumstick? You believe that is a chicken drumstick? Ah. I suppose they subverted expectations. Okay. I did expect it to be full of chickens. Right. So, he doesn't like drugs while he is smoking his cigarette.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
Okay, I don't think it's him.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
What about alcohol?
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
Yeah, okay, I think that it's not him.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
The purity of your tribe. Fine. They disappointed your expectations. You wanted chickens. Yeah. Sad times. But you had a pet chicken today, and it is the Kraken's pet chicken now. Rip to the chicken.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I believed you until you said that. You asshole. Like, wouldn't you want to tell us to bust them? Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the other camioners have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Yikes. Can we have a look at what you got then?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Oh. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Was it drugs?
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Serves him right.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Is this the sneaker guy? The street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Oh.
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
Shut
He's
up.
your man, alright? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself
Yeah,
has to
let's.
say.
We can go and ask him. That's cool. Well, at least we've got another person. So we've now got 4 people to talk. Well, after him. We need to go and talk to him. We need to go and talk to the man guy. And we need to go and talk to the grandma. Maybe you would have some nice people to talk to if you were a little nicer yourself, sir. Exactly. Right. Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
Aw, fuck you. I don't think it's him. This is his truck.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept.
Okay, so he takes pride in his lorry. It's got racist stuff in it. And is this his load? Wild Pines. I know the grandma's over there. This is his load. It's open. Alright, and then this is the other guy. He's got a smaller thing. But was it the guy who lost his job that was... got the drugs robbed or something? No, because they already have the money, right? We've got this little lady here. Say it wasn't going to let us around there.